Hello, Pastor Steve Waldron here. Today we're going to look at an intriguing author. Some people agree with him, some people disagree with him, but I really just like what he said. Herman Dooyeweerd. And he had education 1912, 1917 from the Free University of Amsterdam. And basically, he looks at different viewpoints of where culture and civilization came from. And so here's a couple of his books. In the Twilight of Western Thought, and then The Roots of Western Culture. And of course he would look at the different possibilities of where cultures come from, whether it was pagan, whether it was secular, whether it was Christian, and he would be coming from pretty much a Christian viewpoint. So wrote many books. I think these two books have 15 volumes in them. I don't have all 15 volumes. There is at least one more that at some point, Lord willing, I'd really like to get. I think he developed with another fellow, another PhD, onomic view of the world, which is, again, kind of systemizing where culture comes from. Because actions have consequences, and combined actions have combined consequences. Such as, let's go to India and Hindu culture, because of their thought processes, reincarnation, human life maybe would be more cheap than it is in a Christian culture, that we would look out for the life of the unborn, where they would burn their bodies, not have respect to us being in the image of God, and then dive, the widow would dive on the funeral pyre and murder themselves, you know. And so collective thinking processes develop a culture. And it's like in the Islamic culture, as there's many wonderful, peaceful Islamics and many wonderful, peaceful Islamic cultures. But occasionally, they would give comfort to those that would be, you know, maybe murderous or terroristic in their ideologies and that type thing. And just as there's, you know, there's crazy Christians and things, but overall, a biblical Christianity would lead to a very biblical, peace-loving culture and that type of thing. Canaanite cultures would lead to debauchery because they would have no absolutes and morals. They would, you know, burn children. They were losing a battle. They'd say, oh, must have to sacrifice our firstborn here. Mayan, Incan cultures, this type of thing. And so mankind, like the Lord of the Flies showed, quickly descends into tribalism and stuff without a tremendous basis for culture. That's the reason we say we're a Judeo-Christian culture. That's a culture that respects private property, respects freedom of worship, freedom of speech, has laws on private property. It's an orderly society, and it's a blessed society. It's just a wonderful society. But any society this side of the millennium and the New Jerusalem, because of human nature, is going to be very imperfect. So fascinating things to read. Herman Dooyeweerd, God bless you today.